Hi there, welcome to Dave in the Shed. I'm Dave and this is my little corner of the world, also known as the Shed Mahal. Now if you're into DIY, 3D printing and model trains, you've come to the right place. Now fair warning, I do things a little bit differently. I have cerebral palsy, which means sometimes things get a little bit creative around here, but hey, it just makes it more fun. So if you like making, fixing, and maybe even breaking things along the way, stick around. Hit that subscribe button and let's build something awesome together.
Down in the shed where the magic begins, Dave's got his tools, let the fun commence. 3D printing dreams, watch him come alive. With every little gadget, man, he starts to thrive. Blueprints in hand, technology so keen, building up the future like a crafty machine. Model trains rolling on a whimsical track. In this shed of wonder, there's no time to slack. Oh, Dave in the shed where the vibes stay high. Creating with passion, he's reaching for the sky. DIY master in a vibrant samba flow. Hope you enjoyed the video, let's get ready to go. Let's get ready to go.
Well, it's Monday, starting the video process early this week. I must admit, I really have some nice viewers of my videos because nobody pointed out some of the stuff-ups in last week's videos. Nobody left a comment. I kept referring to loco D6, which was our test loco, as D9. They're completely different locos on the railway. Completely had it upside down. Anyway, there's another flaw in the Dave logic. I'm surprised nobody pointed it out. There's quite a few flaws in Dave logic, but now that over here at the steam depot, where the steam locos live, we've got the two Garretts and 3801 on shed here. Now that this is the steam depot, and these two lines over here are running lines, we have a problem. Because over here on the outer line is, in between running sessions, is where we parked the Puff and Billy tourist set, the Puff and Billy car set that the Garretts often haul around the layout. It used to live in the passing loop that was on this outer line. Well, that passing loop's gone. So the big stuff up is that car set has nowhere to live when it's out of service, because they're both running lines over here now, as you've seen, because it's now a return loop line. That's a bit of a disaster, Dave. You've really stuffed up there, mate. You've really stuffed up there. So what you're going to have to do is work out. Here's the other one of the other stuff ups was I labelled two locos the same, because we've got Arthur 211 and I numbered one of the Garretts 211 as well. So Arthur's now 2112, even though his sticker says 211, he's now 2112 on the DCC addressing. Anyway, that's completely. So we have the yellow and orange carriage set, which Arthur normally pulls around here. It sits in the loop here when not in service, because that is the line. But the other running set has nowhere to live. Has nowhere to live. That was a monumental stuff-up. Now, I've been telling you porkies, because I did tell you that me ordering the wrong track was a bit of a stuff-up too, but maybe that was deliberately planned. I had intentions of doing something. I kept talking about there was more work to come. Now, luckily, hang with me, I'm building up the story. Luckily on Saturday I normally get to like do gardening duties and other domestic duties and other bits and pieces as required to keep the Minister of Domestic Services happy. But last Saturday was a washout. It was a complete washout. So it allowed me to get on with work, so to speak. So lo and behold, I now present to you what is going to be referred to as burnt pine. Yeah. There's a whole new section of the railway. It just appeared on Saturday. I'm a bit crook today. Had a really, really bad night's sleep last night. Couldn't settle, had muscle pants. Just as I did settle, lo and behold, one of the domestic felines, for no idea why, it's never done it at all, just as I was settling down at about 4 o'clock in the morning, I was nodding off to sleep, decided to start licking my forehead. Never done it before. I have no idea why, but anyway, so yeah, interesting side story, side quest. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the area that is known as, will be known as burnt pine. If you know the reference, let me know where you think burnt pine is. It's actually a location in Australia. Well, yeah, in Australia, I suppose. So this is it. This is the conclusions. Oh, well, it's not the conclusion because I still have to do some. Right here, there is some writing on this board here that says point to come, because there should be a, right here where this carriage is sitting, there needs to be a left-hand point there. And we're going to put a couple more storage tracks in. I was looking at putting in a Atlas turntable, one of those cheap on top of board turntables. Only hassle is when I measured it, they're about 9-inch diameter, and my Garrett's and my 14 class locos, which I would turn on the turntable, only ones that need it are longer than the turntable. Anyway, so the turntable's been scratched, and we will then put where that car is, where that might say. So that's a piece of sacrificial track in there that is designed to be removed, and when I pull my finger out, when I get my act together, I will order a couple of left-hand points and a couple bits of flexi track, and we will have the end of the line, the storage yard. Because over the layout has evolved, I keep having storage yards at the end of the line and they keep getting removed. But anyway, so we're going to walk back. Walk back. It has been suggested by somebody that the railway probably will end up going right around the room. No, that is not my intention. There is too much to do and too many modifications that I have to do to the room to make the railway go right around the space. So this for now is the planned, well, for now it's the end of the line. There is one more section planned. Down the track we do plan to possibly go through the bookshelf at that height, and we might run a line there later. Later we might complete the railway and put a section in here along there under the TV, storage yards or whatever. But it's not happening at this stage, okay? Anyway, that's it. So this is now the new end of the line. I've just finished wiring up. It is a rough wiring job. I have to tidy it up, but I'm probably going to give it away today. I'm, like I said, feeling a bit rough, but there you go. That's a big announcement. I'm going to use the HOG, Hand of God, to pull this train out of the road so I can give you a look. So this connects in at the factory site. There is the workshop there for the diesel loco workshop at the factory. That's still there. We've got all of those bits and pieces we need to paint up and good. So you now have a section that comes around, and it then has a end shut there, so you can run around your passenger sets and return them to service. How about that? So that is the tramway as it now stands. Now that we have the reverse loop in operation, we can play trains. I'm going to call it playing trains. It's my railway, so we can play trains a bit better. So therefore, I just thought I'd tell you that. And over the week, we've got some more stuff to do, which you'll see, but I just thought if all else goes wrong this week, we know what happens. I will start the video, I will get some video done, so I've got something to put out on Friday. Got something to do on, at least something, railway based. Go up and film from there. So, yeah. For those people who are wondering what was going on and bits and pieces, now there is some other stuff that I will be working on this week that I may shoot or may not. Anyway, well, let's just leave it there. So that is the big reveal. And yeah, we'll have videos of running trains through. I've got to order some ballast and other bits and pieces and do stuff. We actually have no real scenery plan for this. It'll just be open space type stuff. But you never know. That's it. That's the Burnt Pine Yards. Well, catch you later in the video, if there is any more video this week. Oh. Well, welcome to Friday. Bit of an interesting video. Glad I managed to film some video on Monday, because I don't know if I said in the video on Monday I was feeling a bit out of it. I was feeling a little bit unwell. Well, I've come down with a bit of a coldy, flu-y thing, so this part of the video is going to be short and sweet. And if you hear me taking big in-breaths, well, I apologise over the heavy breathing over the microphone. But anyway, so not a lot of work has been done. I did, they were painted and installed, but I did finish me bridge piers, and I did a bit of a tidy up, but that's about it. I did rebuild the cricket pitch and the game. Poor old nephew's Andrew's caravans. The caravan hire centre is going to have to be moved. Yes, it's based on Cora Van Hire. As I've posted before, Andrew is actually a bloke who hires a caravans for a living, and they get used in films and TV. And well, he does on-site vans. If you're going away somewhere in the Sydney Basin region and you want to go to a caravan park or a campsite and they don't have on-site vans, he puts on-site vans on you for the week or two, and they set them up and they do all the catering, and you can rock up and have a holiday, or you can hire them from him and drive them yourselves, or that lot of his vans get hired for TV and movie work, for both as stars in TV. They get used in ads and marketing, as well as being used as on-site accommodation, all sorts of things. Anyway, interesting little business he's got going. So yeah, that is. We'll have a wander. Now, I have ordered the track yesterday, Thursday, for the new part of the layout, because I have laid the track I had, but I had to order some bits and pieces when I decided on the final layout. Now, I have to make sure that I didn't fall into the trap, which is a trap for everybody who is modelling railways, when they go, oh, I've got all this space, let's fill it with track. No. So roughly the pencil, I don't know how the pencil line comes across. Come on, camera. Waiting for the camera to swing back a bit. Back this way. This way. So there will be a point roughly there, and then I'm going to put in 2 tracks. That's it, just 2 storage tracks. So really it's 1 point, 2 point, and we'll see how we go. I think that's the plan, or we might even sneak in another track. No, we'll see how we go. That's the plan. It is 1 point there, a point there, and 2 tracks, and they will just be the storage yard. Probably get ballast, probably get some simple ground cover, a few little buildings, bits and pieces. Not getting carried away. We're not falling into that trap where, oh, I've got all this space, I've got to fill it. No, it's not what you do. Old KISS method, keep it simple. Doing all that. I have got some projects on the run. I'm not going to tell you what they are, because I like to keep a little bit of surprise, and I also don't like to commit myself to doing things. Now, I have one other dilemma, and this will may give you a laugh or not give you a laugh. But anyway, the background story is, a man once told me the advice was, if you're doing a job and you need it, so like a tool to do the job, you should try and borrow the tool. So the first time you need a tool, you should try and borrow it and see if you really need it or not. If you're doing the job again and you need that particular tool, you should look at hiring it for the job, or borrowing it, like they used to say, beg, borrow, steal. But anyway, you said you should look at hiring the tool or borrowing the tool. If you need that tool for a third time, you should really buy yourself one, because then you've got a need for it. So I've bought something I don't really need, but it came very handy doing the new section. I've bought the Ryobi 18-volt jigsaw. It was really, really handy and really useful, and I was umming and ahhing, and it was like, yeah, okay. It's not the top of the range one. When I buy the Ryobi 18-volt tools, I buy sort of like the low the minimum ones like you can get away with, because they do the job for me. And it does the job for me. I now own 3 jigsaws, would you believe? Yeah. But I really like running out of space. I really got to try and find space now to configure where to put the jigsaw. Now, this space here is no good because that's my open door space. We can't really put tools on that side of the alcove because I need that space for tools. So what do? Do we further up the wall? There's more Ryobi stuff up there. Do we go further up the wall or further down? But at the moment, jigsaw might have to go down there yet. I ran out of space for my jigsaw. What a dilemma. But anyway, should I stop buying the Ryobi 18 volt tools? No, because the ones I've bought, they're really good once you've got them. Once I've got them. Having that little battery jigsaw to do the job that I was laying the track over there was just brilliant. It was just absolutely brilliant to do that, to get in there. Anyway, that's about it for this week. They tell me the weather's going to deteriorate, so I've got a few things I have to get done today while the weather is really good. I've got to go and get some of the leaves off the top of the fish pond. When the leaves are quite dry, it's really good because I just get out the garden vac and suck them all up off the top of the fish tank. But when they get wet and mucky, I've got to sort of like put on some gloves and pick them off bits and pieces. But the poor old fish, they need to get some light in the pond. Anyway, so that's it for this week. Keep safe, keep fit, keep well, keep active. If you'd like to comment about anything you've seen in this video, please leave a comment. If you have any questions, please do. If you found this video and didn't come through one of the other ways, please like the video. Please subscribe if you're new to the channel and you haven't seen my stuff before and you'd like to see more of it. Let me know. Most important thing is to try something. Try something new. Try something different. Try something you may find difficult because you don't know what you can do or what you can't do until you have a try. That's the important thing. You've got to have a go. Like they tell me, you've got to keep your old noggin active as you get older. Anyway, that's it. That's this week from Dave in the Shed. Hope to chat to you soon. Hopefully next week we'll have a video about the new track in the yard and all sorts of bits and pieces, and I'll get some stuff done. You never know. I might not get nothing done. But anyway, you'll have to come back and find out in next week's video. Anyway, catch you later. Till then, I've been Dave in the Shed. And you've been an absolute legend. A bit cold in the shed today. It's a bit cool. Thermometer here says 10 degrees. 10 degrees, yeah. That's why we're not hanging around in this way. We could put the jet engine on, but no. 10 degrees.